Hello and welcome to part 7 of my Blu-ray and DVD collection update. It's been about a month since I've last done one of these videos and I just wanted to do a quick 5 minutes or so update on what I am doing down in this room so far. As I mentioned in the previous video, I was having a radiator put down here because this room gets very cold in the winter, and as you can see now I have a radiator in here. Goes right across there, as you can see. My concern, as I said also in the last video, was whether I could use the top shelves. As you can see, I've put stuff back on there. I have put some wood on top, not so much to keep the heat off, just because I had the wood lying around and I thought I'd put it up there. I can't really put anything on top of the wood, but I've left it there, and I've put some wood there. Didn't really want to have to move anything around because, as you can see, I've got those 20th Century Fox collection DVDs there and on the next shelf, and I didn't want to have to move them elsewhere because I haven't really got a lot of room. And also Masters Cinema, again, top shelf there, and practically 2/3 of the next shelf as well. Again, didn't really have anywhere else to move those. Did have a slight problem. I did clear all the top shelf off there and I left those on there, which is fine, but the person doing the radiator had some water dripping down and got some water on top of that Moose box set, so I had to get a replacement. I did send the other one back, but didn't really want a damaged one. My Lubitsch set was fine. Somehow it only seemed to fall on that set, and I checked all my other ones as well just to make sure, because I didn't want to find out I had a load that were damaged. Some water I think had dripped down when they were doing the radiator. Probably should have cleared more of the shelves, but I didn't know what was going to happen, so I put those back there. See, the radiator's there, the pipe had to be bent there because that's against the wall to support it, the length of the pipe, so he's bent the pipe slightly there and also there. It doesn't really, as you can see there, stop the water getting through, just because I think most of the water comes through the bottom pipe. I mean, there is some warmth on the radiator, not a lot, but there is some on there. So I have moved some stuff off there. I had the Lawrence Arabia nice little gift set thing there, but first thing was I moved that off because I didn't want it to get damaged, because that cost me about 50 quid. And I have moved my Disney Pixar Blu-rays onto there. I haven't got that many actually, but I'm buying the steelbooks. So I've got, so you can see there, I've got 2 copies of Up. Got the one I bought a while back, and then the 3D version I got using my Disney Movie Reward points, although the steelbooks are going to have the 3D version in. And I got the 3D versions of Toy Story films, which aren't in the steelbooks, and I got Toy Story 3, which I had a while back, fairly cheap off Amazon. And then Wreck-It Ralph, which I bought that's the 3D, yes, 3D version. No slipcover on that one, unfortunately, but saying that's come out as a steelbook now. And then Snow White as well, Monsters University. So also I've got my bike in here now. It was in the shed outside. I wasn't really using it. I've had it a couple of years, and I go to the gym regularly, and I thought I want to go back on my bike again. Didn't get the chance last year, so this year I will be using it. Need to put some air in the tyres, a bit flat, and I need to adjust the saddle because it was a little bit too high. It caused me to fall off, so that will be used again. And also, while I'm around here, I'll show you some more changes I've done. As you can see, I have now space on that steelbook shelf. The reason for that is I'm actually moving them. I wasn't going to move them originally, but I was running out of space and I had a change of plan. What sort of kicked me off doing this was I've got the Arrow postcard things that come in the releases, and there's one I was missing. So what I went and did was go through my steelbooks, Arrow ones, to make sure that I didn't have it in there, and I hadn't missed it. And I went through all my Arrow Blu-rays over there, quite a lot, and I noticed on the back of the data sheets, the J cards, whatever you want to call them, there were some glue marks to come through, and I didn't really like the look of that. So what I did, I took all the J cards data sheets off the Arrow ones, and I noticed one thing on the Battle Royale Blu-ray steelbook, and that was there was a paint chip on the back. I was going to put up with it, and then I decided no, because those are one set of steelbooks that I really like. So I ordered another one off eBay. The replacement had a very, very small scratch on the front, but nothing too bad, and I couldn't really return to the seller because they didn't allow returns, and I didn't want to be spending another 15 quid elsewhere, and I couldn't have bought off someone else and sent that one back because no seller willing to do that. The ones I looked at wanted to send replacements out, so I didn't bother doing that. Also went through my Disney steelbooks, and I noticed, which I must have missed at the time, because I do check the backs of the steelbooks, but as I have not been taking the cards off, so I noticed a very big scratch on the back of the Aladdin steelbook. And as you know, that was the first Disney steelbook to be released, and that's now out of stock and out of print. So what I had to do was, again, decided whether I want to spend the money. But as a doing a collection of Disney steelbooks, and I've got about 7 or 8 so far, and there's another 7 or 8 to come, and some more will be released. I didn't want to damage one of the sets, and I felt the price was going to go up quite a bit more potentially. So I thought, sorry, I'll pay 35 quid, I got another one. Fortunately, that had a scratch at the top as well, so I've sent that back today for a refund, and I'd ordered another one elsewhere, and that was fine. So I was lucky there, didn't get one that had any damage on. So I wasn't too bothered about the small scratch in the Battle Royale, but I didn't want any scratches at all, or dents or anything on the Aladdin one. Although, say, the Battle Royale did have a slight dent at the back on it itself, as well as a scratch, but I thought it wasn't too noticeable really, and I didn't really want to faff around, say, spending the money and trying to fix it, so I've just left that one. But I've got the other one I had originally anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, I've been going through the steelbooks, and I've been taking the J cards off. So far, I'll show you what I've done with those. I've got all these to do. Quite a lot of there, I've got a Fox. They've got those little square cards on, and if I can't particularly reach one, but I'll show you another video. They're about that big. Just go around the bottom, so we'll cover about similar to that really. Cover the bottom of the steelbook. They come off easily, so that's fine. I do have a couple of scratches on the couple of those steelbooks. iRobot being one, but I had a couple of replacements for that and couldn't really get another one. I might pick one up sometime, fairly cheap now, and I think there's another one as well. But apart from the ones I got, the comic book wave from America, which some of them are a bit damaged, and Batman Dark Knight steelbook I bought off eBay, the US one. Again, that had spine slash on, but never noticed at the time. But the rest of my steelbooks are fine, I presume. So I do tend to check the back of them, and I just never. So occasionally you do miss these things, and the longer you leave it, and the rarer and harder they're to get hold of, then it's difficult to replace them, especially if they're quite rare. The price goes up a lot. So what I'm planning to do with that shelf there, as you can see, I'm going to be moving my Arrow video collection on there. So Blu-rays and also potentially those DVDs. Don't really release DVDs now, apart from the Aerodrome, and so it's mainly Blu-rays. I'll leave the steelbooks, I say, over the other side. That's what I'm putting them, but I'll move the Arrow ones there. May move the one Arrow releases, like the Arrow Classic Cinema ones, or the Wallander, or Russ Meyer, or the Rainer Werner Fassbinder box sets, and the Arrow Academy. I haven't decided yet, but I've got quite a lot, so I have plenty of room to keep me going for probably a couple of years, hopefully. So as you can see here, I've taken out some of the Disney ones, Pixar ones, and I'm not really wanted to be doing this, but I'm still stacking them things at the top because I've been running out of room. Fortunately, I do have problems where I've got things sticking out because the brackets that hold the things onto the wall are inset on the shelf a bit, and I can't push things flush against the wall. And I've got, as you can see, I've got some Makino ones there. I've got gaps because I've got the Buster Keaton ones upstairs. And again, I've just been piling ones here. Not particularly wanting to do that, but running out of room, that's a problem. So what I'm planning to do is I'm moving the arrow ones, which will free me up half a shelf or shelf. Actually, no, yes, whole shelf worth, which will all go into there. Don't know how many shelves I'll take up on there, but I'll see. I was thinking about using those for steelbooks for shelves, but I've got boxes on there and I don't really want to take them off. I don't really get a lot of boxes anyway, so I don't really need to have a lot more space on there. I was thinking about moving these vinyls off the top here. Still might do that. Don't know if I'm going to keep them actually, I'm not sure. I got rid of a load, but I'll probably see. But I can't really put them anywhere else at the moment because I've got crates, but they're too big for the crates and they get damaged. So I'm leaving them there for the moment. I will potentially move some of the ones onto those shelves with the arrow ones. Might be my Master Cinema or 88 Films or Third Window or some other ones. Just to give me a bit more room, then I can move things about and I'll be able to slot a lot of these in. As I've got them stacked up here. I've sort of put them into a particular order. So I've got all the Lionsgate ones, see there, Harry Brown, that pile there. Next to it I've got the Optimum Studio Canal releases. So they're sort of sorted and I can put them on where they need to go. But see, for instance, like Warner Brothers shelf, you can see just below that bottom sort of stacked pile, which is taking up quite a lot of that shelf. So I've not really got a lot of room there. So some things that are on one shelf will have to go into two. But I'll have the space to move things around and reorganise that. What I have done here then, I've been shifting off DVDs, stacking them up here. I am replacing these slowly as they come out on Blu-ray. A lot of them, like Past the Glory and Defiant ones, things have had US releases, but I'm waiting for UK releases and hoping they eventually come out sometime so I can get rid of those. And those are the MGM ones, which were, well, I've still got some. That second shelf down, and I got those two shelves are cleared off. I've also cleared off that shelf there, which are Universal ones. So as you can see, I've put those US comic book ones there. They haven't got J cards or anything on the back, so they just go straight there. And the printed back ones of the Universal ones, the earlier ones, they're there as well. And I got my Disney Pixar collection there, and that will eventually probably fill up the whole shelf. Some random Blu-rays there which I need to sort. And then I've got on this shelf, I've got Arrow, a couple of Artificial Eye releases, BFI, Second Sight, Tartan is one of those, Eureka, Monster, Bounty, all same sort of label, like Human Centipede and Shogun Assassin. Got my Master Cinema one here, including my Metropolis. Again, I didn't notice on this when I got it originally. You can just find where it is. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little paint chip on there. And I mean, quite tiny, and I'm not going to bother replacing that. No point. Anyway, it's going to cost me about 100 quid to replace it, so it's fine. Did have the misfortune actually to drop one of these when I was taking the cards out. It fell on the floor, but checked it, it was fine, it didn't get damaged, luckily. So I have dropped ones before and they've got dented, so I was lucky in that respect. So those are taking up most of that shelf. I expect the Master Cinema will eventually fill that, and all the Arrow ones, because a few Arrow ones come out, so that'll be that shelf complete. I've also then, say the Disney ones will be full. Then what I want to do is I'm going to move those MGM ones off. I've got the top shelf there, that shelf, and that shelf which I've shown before are ones that I'm keeping. Actually, not that shelf. That shelf's got general ones on with some empty slip covers, slip cases. But that shelf there and that shelf there and those up there, they're ones where I've kept the DVDs because the Blu-rays are missing either all the extra features or some of the extra features, so I've kept those. So I might move those into a box potentially. I've got Dirty Harry one there, which I've got on Blu-ray, but the DVD set's got some nice extra stuff in there, so I might put that on the Blu-ray shelf potentially. So I'm looking at all that to be steelbooks. So I've got all those steelbooks to move. I'm slowly going through. What I've been doing is I've got this box here. Been putting all the cards in here. I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to rip them up or do anything with them, or recycle them or sell them. And I was going to leave them on, but I sort of, with that issue I mentioned with the glue on there and the sort of scratches on the steelbooks, I didn't really want to have to worry about it. I mean, ironically, if I hadn't actually checked for the postcards, then I wouldn't have actually noticed the damage on there. So in a way it was good, because I noticed it, so I know I've got a good fine copy. And on the other hand, it's cost me sort of 50 quid to replace the two, and I've got a spare one, a Battle Royale, I've got a spare Aladdin. But as I didn't really want to have to be stuck with it, and I can't, I know anyway, and I think those are the only two sort of bad ones. I mean, I got the Riddick one I showed you in the update, which has got a little scratch on the front, but never bothered replacing that, and can't really get that replaced now anyway. So yeah, I'll be moving all those for steelbooks, and I'll probably be going onto there as well, because I think this year, like last year, we're going to get quite a lot of steelbooks, and I know I probably had about room for about 10 where I had them, and not necessarily where I wanted space to put them, because I'm keeping them ordered by studio, and I was sort of stacking odd ones on here and there, say Fox or Warner Brothers, because I had no room, but I had room in the sections, and it's just a lot of hassle, so I'll put them all up there. What I may do as well is move my DVD steelbooks in here as well, potentially. Again, I haven't decided, because as I've said before, these are basic DVDs I'm upgrading, so these will be going at some point in the future. Hopefully a bit quicker, some of the bigger titles, but have to wait really. And all my other DVDs here, which ones that may get upgraded at some point, they're not really ones that probably will be upgraded. Some of the Film 4 ones maybe, or possibly the Tartan ones, but again, they don't really release many Blu-rays. They've really been very active, so. And then the sort of TV ones, occasionally sort of stand-up ones I've got as well, or occasional TV series will have a Blu-ray release, which I'll get, but not too many of those and that I've got on DVD that are on Blu-ray. And I've got this shelf here as well, sort of TV. So I've got quite a lot to do. I think the biggest job is going through all the steelbooks and taking all the J cards off, and also then moving them over here. And then once I've done that, is deciding how I'm going to organise these shelves. What I think I might do actually, as a thought, is I might move the BFI ones there as well. But as I say, I'll see what space I've got, because I don't want to find I've already filled that shelf up with the ones I've got, and then when I get further Arrow titles or BFI titles, find I've got no room and I'm sort of back to square one. So I'm probably looking at 2-3 shelves probably at least for the Arrow ones, and with 2 or 3 releases a month. And there's quite a lot to be coming out as well, like pre-ordered, and also ones that been announced but not for pre-order, so I may allow 4 or 5 shelves for that, and then I'll see what room I've got, because the BFI releases, although I've got a lot there, they don't tend to release too many at the moment. And I've got sort of space on the bottom of the box set shelf, which I might put that Dirty Harry one there and a couple of other ones. So I've got my West Wing and Sopranos box sets up there, hoping those get a DVD Blu-ray release, but I've got the DVDs up there anyway, and obviously the box sets, which I'll do a separate video on those at some point. So I've got quite a few in-depth videos I want to do, but I'll leave that for another time. So yeah, that's basically it so far. So I will do another one of these updates probably in a couple of months when I've done a bit more organisation, and if I decide whether to move my bike from there or somewhere else. But I think that's the best place for it at the moment, because I've got nowhere else to put it. So yeah, I'll do another one of these, and then you'll be able to see what more progress I've made. And in the meantime, I'll still be doing my regular update videos, and hopefully I'll do a couple more in-depth collection videos as well, and some other videos that I want to do, which I haven't actually got around to doing yet. Just basically time, because I don't really get a chance during the week to do these videos. Normally only on a Monday, and I don't get a lot of time on a Monday, so I can normally do about an hour's worth of videos. And so I've got quite a backlog of January update videos to do as well, so we'll get those done first. Otherwise we're going to February, and the first week of February is about 15 or 20 things out, which is going to take me, oh, I tripped over there, it'll take me about probably 2 weeks worth of videos. So I'll keep them coming, and say you'll see them on my channel at some point. So yeah, didn't expect this video to go on for 20 minutes. Probably took a bit more than I wanted to, but the best to do is all in one part, and then just do general updates in the future. So as usual, thanks for watching, and please rate, comment and subscribe. Thank you.